All right, Kim in the kitchen here, back with our mild to wild meatloaf week. We have in the little air fryer, can't see that, take you with me. We've got our pan of meatloaf. Then we put together, we're gonna do a little test. Meatballs, so meatloaf meatballs on a vented tray and on a solid tray. So we'll see how these compute. And for the last bit, we are going to fry up like we would, we're gonna brown the meatloaf so we can use it in a lot of applications like tacos and burritos and I don't know, on a baked potato and with eggs, stuff like that. So, mild to wild, recommend always use a bigger pan. Just like a mixing bowl, you wanna have room. It's all about heat, right? So you want all of your ingredients to be in contact with heat, not to overcook it, but so it cooks more evenly. And when you're looking at your burners, just in case, I don't know if there's any new cooks up here, you wanna use a burner that, so this is a gas cooktop. You wanna use a burner that the flames will not go past the bottom of the pan. Yes and yes? Okay, always a good deal. So we're gonna turn it on, and this is a circular pan. Actually, my in-laws had it, and I loved how when we went over there having family dinners, how they cook, so I got a set. With that, you want to be mindful. No to using metal on there, because then it ships the coating. So definitely go, you can tell this has had some love, yeah? Tried and true, you can always go with wood. You could always go like with this silicone thing. I'm gonna prefer the wood. So right now I am heating up. You can see that. You see that? Heating it up, heating it up. Let's see if I can get you a better view here. A little bit, maybe not bit. All right, so we're gonna heat it up first. Now, the meat itself, because I used I used very lean elk, so we didn't add any tallow, we didn't add any beef or pork fat to it. But because we have other ingredients like egg and whatnot, I think it's gonna work the same. However, I am just gonna do a little coating. And again, I showed this. So my friend, Michelle La 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 Latte, and that's the name we're gonna go by. So this is a great little gadget. It's a sprayer, but also a pourer. So I'm just gonna spray the bottom of the pan, little bit. Super cool. This is something, I always wanted to have like an Amazon, a Kim in the Kitchen store, so I started one on Amazon. If you want this, it'll like give me a quarter, but you have great olive oil. All right, so now we are putting our mild to wild elk. Yes, you see all that goodness? Oh, it's so good. Now, what is in here if you didn't catch the part below? So it is elk meat. We added peas that I had sauteed early up and a little bit of green beans, because when I was making the meatloaf, I had this also a conversion of another dish, which was this tater tot casserole that I had as a kid. It was meat and cream of something soup with peas and then tater tots on top, and so a comedy, a mashup of that, if you will. I'm all about let's make it delicious, packed with protein. This has an onion. This also has salt, pepper, garlic, Dijon mustard, and almond milk, because it's a 3-ingredient almond milk, which now I remember almonds, or water, almonds, and a little bit of sea salt. And this is, can you see this? Oh, this is just turning up so beautiful. Now, what's really nice about this is usually when you are meal prepping, especially like protein, right? Protein prep, I think, is one of the most important things, not only women in our season, every season we need to have, but having your protein on the ready, because that's usually what takes the longest. The beautiful part about getting this ground is you do not have to cook it to death. You do not have to make it well done, because more than likely you are going to warm this up again. I already know, like, I don't often just eat cold ground meat, although I'm not opposed in a pinch, and you know, if I gotta get my protein in. Kind of like getting your steps or your squats when you're like brushing your teeth at the end of the night and like looking at, you're kind of like, oh shit, I gotta get my steps in too. So there's that. The whole point of browning this right now is just to get a base cook. This is also elk. So as I have mentioned before, and I'll say it again, compared to regular meat that you get in the store, wild game does not need to be cooked the same way. It's a different animal, it's a different category. So you, comparatively, you always want to undercook so you get the best flavor, because it's like nature intended. Elk is my favorite. Okay, this is done. This is done like it's done like it's done. So super cool, because again, when I'm going to put this in a recipe to have it again, I'm probably going to just put it on warm in the air fryer, right? So it's going to get a second cooking. So this is kind of like just getting that little bit. All right, so we're gonna take that off. Next, we're just gonna keep the goodness going. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, let's see what we got going on with the meatloaf in there. Let's see if I put enough sauce on top. It's kind of looking like a little bit of char. So the recipe called for doing it as ground beef. 350 for like 1.25, 1.5 hours. So this was, what I did it? 325 for 25. Let's see what happens. Ooh. All right. This looks like it's burnt. However, it is just saucy char. Oh, but that's bubbling goodness. Let's have a look. Have a look. Can you see that? Oh, it's so good. Now, the other thing I want to make sure we see. Let's take this little knife here. We did not add any fat. This is just plain lean, but you can tell like there's no redness left in it. So it definitely got juicy, the egg and everything else. So I'm so excited for that. Now, the juicy part on here is going to make an exquisite gravy. So do not put this down the drain. A, it's bad for pipes. Save the juice on this. It's going to be incredible. In fact, you could take the juice from that and put it in there. You see what I got going on? Okay, now, okay, what we get to do while the little air fryer is hot, we're gonna put the cooking sheet ones in, because that's our base. There we go. That is our base. And we usually use that one as the catch bin for any drippings. I didn't think about that. So, slide it in, and it's not gonna need to go nearly as much. So I'm gonna go, what did we do last time? Toast, pizza, fish. I'm gonna do 350. Definitely not for that long. So, we're gonna go 350 for 10 minutes. And then we're gonna open it up and we're gonna check it. And then we're gonna take the ones in the vented. So, meatloaf week continues.